Hello, Joannie from Watertight Roofing. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. At the end of the video, you want to hear some more information, or you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I'll answer those for you. If not, no big deal. I've actually got a bunch of free tips in here. You can show anybody that you want that may deal with your site, or if not, it's even things that you could do yourself as well, for your site. So I'm going to talk about 3 things today, and the first one is going to be content, the second one is going to be citations, and the third one is going to be backlinks. So the first thing we'll talk about is content, and I actually found 2 pages for you. I think one might just be more of a landing page. But the first one, it looks like it's probably your main page because it's got a little more to it. But if we're looking for content, what Google's really looking for, and I obviously do what Google wants, that's the whole formula, is they want about 1,500 words of content or up to even 2,000. The reason that they want so much is that the more content you have on your page, obviously you're giving away more information, you're helping more people, essentially you're educating people on Google, and they're trying to have everybody essentially give something back. That's what they're really looking for to improve their own site. So this is actually your second page that I found that looks like it might just be more of a kind of a landing page. But obviously, for both of them, we'll look at them both. And I'm just going to also show you one of the top ones in the area, which is Athens Roofing. And if we look at Athens, we can see that they do have some content on here. I'm not seeing the 1,500 to 2,000 words at all. But they do have probably maybe like half of that or so. So we'll use them as our example. They're essentially the one that we want to beat because they're one of the top ones in the area. So the next thing we want to talk about is just the other reason that you want a lot of content, and that's to put more keywords into it. You can really only put so many keywords in content, so you have to have more content if you want to put more in. So I've used roofing Athens, Georgia here as my example. I know it's an area that you guys do service. It's also what new customers would search if they're looking for services, so we can kind of see through their eyes. First thing they're going to find are these ads at the top of the screen. And then if we were to scroll down, we're going to go to the map section here, also known as GMB or Google My Business. Top 3 companies are going to show up here based on citations. So this brings us to our second topic, which is citations. And citations are just when you get your business name, address, phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites you've heard of like Home Advisor, Yelp, Yellow Pages. Even your Facebook business page could work for this as long as you linked it exactly the same as these. Now after that, we're going to get to our organic section. This is where we start to see the results coming in. And this is part of Google's formula for content, keywords, and of course, our backlinks, which we'll talk about in a minute. So if we were ranking our phrase, roofing Athens, Georgia, number 1 is going to go to Athens Roofing. They're going to have the number 1 spot. Number 2 is going to go to Bone Dry Roofing. 3 is going to go to Christian Roofing and Remodeling. And 4 is going to go to Delariere Roofing. So you're going to have 10 results that show up on every page for these Google results. I just want you to remember the key point is that the top 10 show up on the first page. That's what we're really kind of aiming for. So I'll actually start with your what I think is your main site, your Watertight Roofing Residential. And I see it the first thing here, I'm going to put into a program called Eris, which helps me just kind of analyze your site. I see you have a header here on your page, which is a really good thing. This allows Google to find you a little bit easier. So we've got your name at the top, which is really good. So now we're going to talk about our third topic, which is backlinks and referring domains. So referring domains are just websites that you have these links on. So basically, if somebody clicks on one of these links, it's going to redirect them back to your page, in this case, Watertight Roofing Residential. So as our example, if we had a Facebook business page and we linked it to our Watertight Roofing Residential page, where we have the website and you put that in with the address, that address, or hyperlink, would be Watertight Roofing Residential. And that would be your actual link. When someone clicks it, it's going to redirect them back here. You can have more than one link per site. As you can see here, you have a lot of these per your actual website. The more of these you have, These are other sites essentially vouching for you, saying this is a legit site, this is a good site. The more you have, the higher this number goes up, which is your trust. The more that goes up, the more keywords you get found for, and the more kind of momentum you build. So right now, the 79 keywords you do have, you're bringing in about 33 visitors from that one. I'm actually going to click that. We'll look at those in a second. And then I'm going to go to your other page, this one. You've actually got 147 referring domains, sending back 963 links to your site, so actually even more. And we can see you've got about a 25 here for your trust. And that's right now we're seeing that you got about 24 keywords. This one's bringing you about 14 visitors to your site. Then we're going to just quickly jump over to Athens for our example. We can see they also have their headers up here with their name and a few keywords. 68 referring domains, sending back 418 links to their site. They got a 27, so they got a pretty high trust there. 227 keywords, bringing in about 154 visitors to their site every month. So let's quickly look at a few of your keywords. So we got your name here, number 1 for your WRS roof site. And we got 90 visitors searching that per month. This means they know who you are, and that's a good thing. You know, it means it's probably some of your referrals, also people who probably saw your signs. So for this one, you guys are in the 4th position, meaning you're on the first page. Top 10 make the first page. Number 4, you're in the top half, which is good. And the higher up your position is, the higher percentage. Number 1 usually gets you between 20 and 35%. So we're seeing for number 4 here, you're getting almost 5 visitors of the 90. So obviously it's a much smaller percent than if you were, number 1. And then, so most of these all happen to be having to do with your site. This is what I'm looking for, having some for new customers, Roofing Athens, Georgia. We can see 150 people search this exact phrase every month, so it's a really high volume. And for this one, though, unfortunately, you guys are 35. That's going to put you on page 4 in the middle. And as you can see, the further back you go on the page, there's almost no visitor at all. It's a 0.01 below 1 here of the 150, so you're not getting anything off that. We've actually found that 80 to 85% of people won't even go to page 2. So if you're at the top of page 2, you might get a couple. And then let's go to your Watertight Roofing residential page. So these ones, not as valuable. They're national terms. They're not specific to a location, hence the big volume. And somebody who searches this isn't necessarily looking for your roofing services right now. So we got your name here, Watertight Exteriors, 30 people, your number 11 for that. So top of the second page, and as you can see, less than, just a little over a half. So less than 1 being even number 11 at the top of page 2. So got to be on that page 1. The more you have of that, it really starts to kind of add up. So I'm going to just hop over now to Athens Roofing. So Roofing Athens, Georgia, number 1. That's what we use for ours, and that's why, because it's got 150, the biggest for the area. They're in the number 1 position. So you can see here they're getting 45 of that 150. So a pretty good percent there, almost 35% there. Athens Roofing, their name, they're number 1 for that. They're getting 29 of 90. So, again, they're pretty high up there, closing in on that 30%. Roofers, Athens, Georgia, instead of roofing, 50 people search it. They're number 1, getting 19 of 50. So really good percentages there. All right, so, you guys now have given you kind of the information, a couple things you can do with it. If you guys aren't interested in growing your company, you're happy with where you're at, you don't have to do anything with it, obviously. Second thing is if you have someone that you do work with who does some of this, show them the video. Maybe this can help them out with a couple of the key words, kind of show them, where they could build up a little bit. It looks like most of your visitors for really both pages are coming from your own name, which means people you know. It's like you're not getting a ton of the new customers, which those are the ones that a lot of times have bigger volume, and obviously that's how you build a business, bringing in those new customers. Okay, and the third option is if you guys obviously either don't have someone you work with, you want to grow your company, or maybe you have someone and you're not real happy with them, I'm happy to answer any questions for you. I'll give you guys a call just for some feedback anyway on the video, just to see if it was helpful for you. Thank you guys for your time, though. Really appreciate it. Have a great day.